Hi guys, Riz here, back with another gaming video. This time I am post-recording and I'm happy to admit that. I've just been setting up a massive new computer that's arrived. It is the, what do you call it, Cyberpower Celeron something Ultra. Amazing computer. I've got the latest graphics card, the 1080, was it GTX 1080 by Nvidia. So I'm just very happy indeed. It's like 32GB RAM and all that, so I've decided to give a go as scrap mechanic. I was before using my gaming laptop for all my recordings, and a lot of them came out absolutely fine. A lot of them played fine, but when I would use OBS or whatever for my recording, I'd have a bit of difficulty there. So, but anyway, guys, it's just going to show you me faffing about. To be honest, I spent about. I mean, I've seen videos on a scrap mechanic, but then, like, the difference is, like, watching somebody build something, you're not familiar, like, how do I rotate things, what's the button to do that, so there's a wee bit of getting used to, so about 45 minutes playing about with cars, just building things, and unfortunately what happened was I disconnected the seat, and you can probably guess the car went rocketing into the sky. Well, I say car, I had a lot of thrusters on it. Never to be seen again, so new game, and decided to build something stationary for my first video. So it may not look like much at the moment. What I'm hoping to do is to construct a sort of bar area. Now what I was trying to do there, I mean, I want not just a bar but some sort of club, just to see if I could, to be honest. I've never tried something as creative as scrap mechanics, so I wanted to see how I would do with it. So at the moment, thought glass would be the best way to start. I mean, I've just outlined the walls there. And what I want to do here is to build the Scotland flag. I'm Scottish, if you couldn't tell by my accent. Yeah, and you can probably guess what that is as well. Any naughty, what do you call them, patrons? They'll be fired out through the floor. But no, it's just a wee mess around, guys. There's nothing particularly exciting, not an awful lot of moving objects. Later on you'll see that. Yeah, later on you'll see that I've got a few fancy things that come into play, but I don't want too much. I know the scrap mechanic does have a tendency to crash quite often, so Jesus. I am also enjoying a scalding hot coffee as we speak, so you might hear a few screams every now and again. But no, so what the idea here was, like, I wanted to get a wee bit of decoration, because I mean obviously you can just build a big square in the floor that opens up. I could have built it out of glass and made it so it's trickier to see, but you can still see the bearings through for the floor. So what I'm looking at here is just detail. I want it to be like you can see the bearings, but you're not going to look down at the bearings because you're going to have so much else to look up at, or look around at, in fact. So trying to get the walls, the roofs, like the roofs, or the roof even, is a bit of a nightmare. As I say a bit of a nightmare, I mean an absolute nightmare. I had to expand that up to try and fit the flag in. I mean it's a wee bit off centre, but I don't think it matters too much. There's going to be a lot of props and things like that around just to obviously fill the space. So what we're looking at is, yeah, trying to get a nice blue background with a white cross through it, so it's a bit too light there. And I do have an absolute Homer Simpson moment in just a moment. There you go. So it doesn't quite match up, and this is my solution to try and fix it. Perfect. But anyway, guys, we figured it out quite quickly. As I say, this was done at about 2-3 in the morning last night, so I got all the recording done yesterday, and just editing it this morning. I mean, it's about an hour and a half of editing now, because it's been such a long video. You can tell it's sped up. I mean, if I played this out normally, the video itself would be about an hour and a half, so you're talking pretty crazy. But yeah, this is we're trying to figure out a way to hide all the control panels and all that, but I mean obviously I still need to access them. So what we want to do is have some sort of switch. Now where we have it is kind of, I mean I was thinking about behind the bar, but I wanted to be able to access it from anywhere, to be honest, not just like having to go behind the bar to press it. So yeah, we're just looking just now. I think it's quite a nice wee shape for the overhead, whatever you call that part. But yeah, I quite like the black in this game. It's not pure black. Oh, it's a brilliant song. It's not pure black, so I think it's quite quite a nice dark colour. It's like a very like burnt wood, I suppose. I think that looks really cool. There's a lot of bars around here. I don't know about where you're from, but around where I am, around the Edinburgh area in Scotland, it's a lot of bars that are like that. Very dark wooden colours. I think they look absolutely beautiful. A lot of them were like the bar lunches you go for. They look absolutely fantastic with the dark wood everywhere. Usually a fireplace, it's beautiful. So I mean, this is something I'm still not very happy with, to be honest, guys. I didn't do an awful lot of work to them, but this is supposed to be the taps of some description. I will figure out a better way to do them, but for the time being, it's a little bit tricky. The bar lights as well, I was kind of torn between the black and the white, but I quite like the white. It just kind of makes them look a little bit brighter, stand out a wee bitty. What we're looking at now is to try and fill in this space so it doesn't look so odd, to be honest. But it's kind of a tricky thing to do. I think perhaps in my next video I'll maybe go back to this a wee bit and just do a wee bit of work on it again. But the thing is, like, see, this is fine, like, to fill in the gaps here, but there's still this massive open space behind it. Just from the angle we're looking at it now, it doesn't look like there is a space. But I'll figure something out, guys. I might build it one level higher, so it's got like a little sort of a hood effect, like a wee enclosure behind the bar. Might be quite cool. I don't know what we could do to try and fill it, to customize it, but we'll certainly have a wee look. But this is all just like detailing, and it's, to be honest, like in construction games, survival games, whatever you class this as, building, I suppose, detail is absolutely key. If you don't put detail and a wee bit of like effects and things like that around the place, then it's going to be a case of like everyone's building is going to look exactly the same. These to me look like perfect bar stools, so I decided to use them. I did consider as well, I was thinking about it with these things, and what I could have done is taken a block out the floor and put a line of blocks lower down, so the seats would be a bit lower. But to be honest, it was a lot of work to do that, and I was trying to get a video in quite quickly to do the bar. But no, it's I'm just playing a bit with the floor customization at the moment, guys. It's kind of a tricky thing to do. Like, I want to get colour schemes that work together. Although I quite like that brown, I did decide to change it. I hated it with the red, absolutely hated it. But unfortunately I've got a blunder coming up here, and I was trying to do a wee bit of sorting, and you'll see it in just a moment. But no, just a bit more about myself, guys. I mean, I'm actually wanting to do a wee bit. Oh, there you go. I was absolutely raging with this, and I couldn't figure out how to use the weld tool. Let's say I played 45 minutes of this game before I had to go at this video, guys, so perhaps I should have been practicing a wee bit more with the weld tool. But anyway, yeah, what I'm looking at doing, guys, is to maybe go down the building and construction line, because I mean, I've got things like Warframe videos I've been doing, I've got games like my No Man's Sky, things like that I'm enjoying playing myself, but I kind of enjoy doing the building. I mean, it's something that I think is really fun. I think it'd be quite fun to do a wee sort of series on that, but let me know what you think in the comments. That's completely up to yourselves. So what we're looking at now is, where are we? We're trying to, I mean, to be honest, the biggest regret is making that block wooden around all the glass. I thought I was going to make that line, the space beside it, all wood as well, but I decided to go glass. Yeah, I got pissed off for that. I couldn't figure out how to get it back on properly, so it was just an absolute nightmare. Thing is, as well, I was thinking about doing was to make the seats loose fitting, so you know, like put a block underneath them, then delete that block, to make the seats just sitting there, so when the doors open the seats fall through as well. But there's absolutely no point in that, and every time I did it I would have to reset them, so I was like, nah, screw it, they can stay on it. And obviously the scrap mechanic characters can't actually sit on these seats, so they can't fasten themselves on. But no, I'm thinking of the next episode, guys, is maybe do a wee bit more work on the bar and maybe start on a sky base. It's something that I've seen a few videos on. I think it's really cool. Whether I'm going to do something that hovers, or whether I'm going to do something that has maybe got like one stand I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm thinking of doing like a single stand, to be honest, and then designing an elevator. I think there's a lot of great attempts at the elevator, but I mean I'm committed enough to find a way to do it. But we'll have a wee look. I've seen this excellent video. I can't remember who it was that did it exactly. I don't think they were a YouTuber, but they created a coloured lift scheme where you press the coloured buttons and it'll go to the correct floor it matches up with. So there's the red, blue and green floor, and that lift itself was on the market. You could download it for free from Scrap Mechanic site, so I was considering that, but it's something I need to think about. Everything I do myself, I'm going to do my own. I don't really want to use other people's designs. But yeah, that was about the best way I could figure out how to do the roof. It was a bit of a pain, to be honest. And notice as I'm going, all I'm doing is I'm detailing everything. So it's like the roof itself looks horrible at the moment, but we do find a way to figure that one out. That's another thing, guys. I didn't really know what colour to make the barrels and taps. I've already got a very dark colours all around the place. I thought maybe making them a wee bit lighter, stand out a wee bit. But it's something to think about. If any suggestions, let me know. This is just me trying something out, to be honest. It was doing my absolute head in that I couldn't just draw a line of them. But I just wanted to see what it was like, and I was considering making that, then a line of bricks, then that all the way up, but I thought to myself, that'll just do my head in, absolutely. So I decided just to try it for the one line and see how it goes. I think they get covered up in the end, to be honest. Oh no, I don't remember what happens. Yeah, I didn't like these pillars in the end. They didn't fit into my windows. Something high up like this has to have a lot of like I suppose make good use of the landscape in the area. Just try to figure out what to do with this extra space. It's really weird watching yourself sped up, guys. It looks like I did this so fast, but I can assure you this took me a long time to do it. And here's me trying to make this even looking. It was really annoying. So I thought this was quite cool. I just made it look like sort of a rug, and I quite like that. It's just a wee bit like again detail for the flooring. I thought it looked quite well for like a dance floor sort of area. Not that I'm a dancer myself, Jesus Christ. I've tried it, failed, won't do it again. Epic tune again. So yeah, I thought it'd be the best place to do it. Just chuck it on there, make it white, a wee bit more camouflaged. Connect it up. Delete that switch and give it a go. That's fine, so it drops you through. So what we're looking at now, guys, is just a wee bit of detailing. So it's like, how do I, like, this is obvious, it's just a big a wooden what you call it, rectangle just sitting there, so it didn't make any sense. So I decided, like, screw it, we'll try and make some sort of detail with this, make it look a bit more sensical. What's the word? I don't even know. I'm tired, guys, I've been up a long time. So I thought this might look like some sort of smoke machine or something like that. So electrical boxes made sense. I suppose a valve kind of makes sense. If it was maybe steam it was used, but looked good enough to me. So I decided some skylights might look quite nice. I think the light beams coming through are absolutely fantastic. And what a difference it is playing this game on high quality, by the way, guys. I think it's absolutely amazing. I couldn't get these bloody things to fit. I don't know what was going on with them. Absolute nightmare. counting them, make sure they're all equal. Yeah, and you see the beams coming through as well. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's such a beautiful game as well. It kind of surprises me that it uses blocks, to be honest, because it's, I mean, some of the creations that you look at, you'd never believe it was just blocks. The problem I'm going to have with these as well is that you see how the windows actually protrude outwards, so there's a ridge there. It's going to make it a bit weird if I was going to build anything on top of it. I'd have to figure that out. So I don't know exactly what I would do there, but I don't know, I'll maybe just leave this as like a lower deck. I'm thinking of building this, perhaps this could even go up to a sky base, but it's something I need to think about. Usually when I'm in the game I'll play around with things. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. That's what I do in most games. I record the things that work. But no, it's like my 2 attempts at a car. The first attempt that I had, I mean the second one was the rocket one that took off into space, but the first attempt was actually a stupid car that was, what was it? It had 3 downward thrusters at the front, front steering and rear wheel drive. No, sorry, 4-wheel drive. But because I had 3 thrusters down at the front, all it did would spin like constantly, so I was like, screw this. Let's build something stationary to start with. I think I've done a pretty good job with this. I'm quite happy with this work, guys. So again, it's now just detail, just a huge blank wall. I'm not happy with it. Whoa, what just happened to my video? There we go. A bit strange there. So yeah, that's a wee bit of like outlining for effect. This is me thinking that I could maybe make my logo on it, but I just didn't like it. It looked really strange. I was one short as well, I was raging. Nah. So yeah, I had to just paint it over the wee blocks at the bottom, which is a bit strange, but it looks alright, to be honest. It didn't look bad enough for me to have to delete it all. This is me making a mess everywhere. Bye bye. So yeah, just a case of doing something a bit more eloquent. Nice big creepy smiley face. Ginger hair. And sort of a tongue hanging out. So yeah, back to the detailing again, guys. Had my fun there. That doesn't quite fit all the way in, which is a bit annoying. So if you like this video, guys, this build and scrap mechanic, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Honestly, I do appreciate it, guys. It's just, as I say, I'm still a new YouTuber. I'm not long into this. I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to keep going regardless of the feedback I get. I mean, if people don't like this kind of thing, then it's fine. I'll move on to a different game. But to be honest, this is something I fully enjoy. So even if I wasn't doing it on YouTube, I would do it myself. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I mean, this. Again, guys, I just say it's detail is the most important thing here. I'm trying to figure out how to make this look decent, and it's constantly looking weird. I didn't think that looked too bad, so I was kind of happy with that. There's a wee bit of an outline to it rather than just window straight into glass again. So I'm well aware that we blocks off, guys, but it gives a wee bit of contrast rather than just everything at the same level, the same colour. So this is interesting. This is me using the timers. because I'm aware that these things actually do produce light. So I thought it'd be quite fun. Obviously there's no night and day cycle, so I can't really see it too well. But the timers themselves, because I mean I was thinking if I could try and make them flash and different rhythms, things like that, but to be honest I've never used them before. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I mean I understand the master and AND, OR, and OT, NAND, etc. gates, but it's like, to be honest, it was just more frustrating than anything else. So I've just got it to power up once, so I need like a switch that's constantly going off and on to make it flash, and to do that it'd probably be sensors and a block, I think would be the way to do it, or a logic gate, so when two are activated the other one shuts down, something like that, and just keep cycling them. So yeah, it's something I need to get my head around, is the maths in this, but I will sort it out, absolutely. So this is me using the logic gate. I've never used this before ever, so I was looking at it and it was actually quite strange because I didn't realise it actually had arrows in these lines. I never saw it before in the game. So it's like the blue line, if I connect it from the logic gate to something else, it's telling that's the outcome of the equation. So it's like if something and something equals this, then the timer will change. But if I connect it from the timer to the logic gate, it's like if the timer and timer says this, then it changes something else. So it's kind of strange. And I was looking at this. This is my another wee bit of ingenuity here. Just trying to figure out a way to have these lights come on and off, or to change. So it's, I mean, I've got I mean, you'll see what I do just now. I'm going to get a line of sensors set up. So as you move, the lights would change. I thought that would be quite good, but to be honest, it got to a stage where I had so many wires and connections just to the one logic gate, that it was just a case of like, if I'm standing there, the lights come on. If not, the lights go off. So yeah, basically what I've done is I've set the sensors up so that when I'm in, the lights are on, when I'm out the lights are off. Hopefully it'll help my frame rate a wee bit. Although having said that, I don't know what this amount of sensors will do to it. Having said that, I've just bought a £1,700 gaming computer and I shouldn't have any fucking problems with my frame rate. So yeah, this is an absolute nightmare. I know you can't hear it in the video, guys. I've actually listened to the music playing in the background just now. What a tune, by the way. But every time I walked past, there was one sensor that tripped. So it's like, put the range to full and put the sound off. That's all I did for every single one of them, and I could not find that one that kept activating. It was there somewhere. I had no idea. I was listening for them. It was absolutely infuriating. Yeah, that's the problem that I was talking about, guys. See the arrows is pointing to the logic gate from the timer. That's what you needed it to be. Oh, it was the other way. Aye, other way around. So what, from the logic gate to the timer, because the timer is the outcome. So it's like when the sensor's activated, the timer comes on, rather than when the timer's on, the sensor's activated, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is an absolute mission part, this, guys. In fact, there's a point, something you could do potentially. I mean, it'd be pretty tricky, but using these, the spider webbing there, for the connection tools, you could place them in such a way, you could have something that rotates around the building as well, and it would use it like disco lights. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'd be an absolute nightmare to set up, but it might work. Has to be a pretty huge room as well. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I think this is a pretty cool build myself. I really like it. I'm impressed with myself. Didn't think I would be able to do something like this. If anybody's unsure, this is actually the brick blocks I'm using. When you only use one of them, it comes out like that. Quite strange. But yeah, I was trying to figure out like what to use there, but yeah, I didn't like them so much. Big tune now. Oddly enough, I didn't even think to paint the windows. I don't know if you can, or maybe the window frame. I was too frightened to do it, to be honest. I didn't know what exactly would happen. I suppose it's easy enough to replace them. This is just me trying for the detail again, guys, so it's just to make it stand out a wee bit more, a wee bit nicer looking. Detail is everything. That beeping sensor was still doing my head in. I have to find it. Eventually I'll go so precise with it, waiting for the one to activate. Tried it both ways, deleted it, replaced it, and the sound stopped. There we go. That was it, so it didn't beep anymore, so eventually I got it, so it's just a wee bit trial and error, a wee bit of glitch there I think. But in a nutshell, guys, that's pretty much it with the bar. It's now just a case of detailing. I tried a wee bit with the outside as well, which I'll see in a moment. Aye, no, I remember this. I was not happy with that at all. It just didn't look right. But I think that looks pretty cool, guys. I'm quite happy with that. So it's now a case of like building a wee bit outside, a wee bit of detail again. Oh, I didn't like that at all. Wood. So because it was off, I made it like just one away from the one on closest to the bar. That's how I worked it out. You see, just that wee bit of detail makes a hell of a lot of difference, guys. It really does. So the point now was to make a bit of a walkway that I could use to get on, then for some reason decided to build a wall. Don't know why. So it's now a case of look at the outside of it, looks a mess, so sorting it out from here. You gotta bear in mind though, when you change something on the outside, it will change something on the inside, so it's something you gotta be careful with when you are doing a wee bit of like colour correction. I don't know why I didn't sort that wee orange bit at the side though. This is me trying to figure out how to make a doorway or a lock or something like that would open. What I'm thinking of doing, guys, and you can let me know if you like the idea, is to have some sort of elevator from perhaps the club that'll go either, well, I'll have to go either straight up or perhaps sideways. I don't know what you call an elevator that goes sideways because it's not elevating, a move-evator or something stupid. But anyway, just to wrap up, guys, to be honest, this is my first ever build in Scrap Mechanic. Let me know if you like the video. Hopefully you like the tunes. I love the tunes myself, that's why I use them. But that's it's just a case of the final touches, to be honest. I've not built anything on the doorway. You see me just trying a few things here, let you see some ideas. But if you like them, let me know. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. But I'm thinking that an elevator that maybe, if it landed here at this floor, would be excellent to go to the bar. Again, we've got that same problem, as I don't want to build anything on the roof. So the elevator would have to have a door on either side to let me out, I suppose. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, and just to emphasize, guys, detail is everything. So important in this game, and that's what I want to do. I want to make them look awesome. So catch you later, guys. Have a good one.